And yes, we are live in the special episode. I didn't name it special, but it's a special episode, pre-Christmas one. We are of course prepared. It's a Christmas Umbra tea sweatshirt. But yeah, we are joined by the amazing Umbraco HQ members, Vera and Morten. Hi guys, how are you?
Hello.
How are you? Everything is all right? Is Christmas mood already present in the HQ? Oh, you are also prepared.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's been like a Christmas spirit for the last month. So a lot of Christmas tea and music and candy.
And we have our Santa, Callum.
I'm not in. Last year I think I wore a full Santa outfit. That's not happened this year.
What happened then? What happened then? Why are you not working anymore as a Santa?
No, not anymore. Not as a Santa.
Yeah, and of course, before we joined, we went live. I have noticed that I am not fitting the screen, so I will try to adjust it. Yeah, and guys, it was an amazing year, right? We are not ending year yet, but it become a tradition before Christmas. We had an episode last year with Rune. If I remember correctly, we were dropping table from 2017, and this year it should be the same the same way. We've been joined by yet another guest. Hi. So yeah, we were just saying that it was an amazing year.
I'd like to know who's in the rabbit.
Yeah, so tradition is cultivated. Okay, so the first one who will solve the puzzle, who was behind this mask, will be awarded. but maybe those both. So yeah, let's move on to summing up this year, because it was an amazing year. And let's start maybe from something else, because we all in the community we also have this Umbraco Tea Day today, and we forgot about mentioning it last week, right, Callum?
Yeah, we did. It was being discussed last Friday, and yeah, I don't think we said anything about it. But I don't think anyone here is actually wearing one.
I am. I have.
Took mine up.
Vera's got her sticker. That's fair.
Yeah. It's
Marcin,
just.
You've got one of the special ones, the Hacktoberfest swag.
Yes, right? And it just arrived on time. Yesterday at evening, I checked the mail and it was there. So yeah, I'm wearing it proudly today. And still, the idea of Umbraco Tea Day is that people from Umbraco community are wearing T-shirts from different and various events across being performed during the years, because people are also wearing T-shirts from really ancient times, and sharing pictures of them wearing them on socials and spreading the spirit. So if you are from Umbraco community or you are new in Umbraco community, you have any of the T-shirts from any of the Umbraco events, Cold Garden festivals, Hacktoberfest, etc. Take your picture of you and share it, and I will definitely do it. And yeah, that's the first topic of today. Hacktoberfest swag arriving. We've noticed that people are also spreading the news, and Hacktoberfest was amazing.
It was, yeah. I saw a lot of people tweeting as well, nervous for the swag to arrive, or eager for the swag to arrive. Like for the past month, I think it was every few days someone going, when the stuff's going to arrive?
And from your perspective, Vera and Morten, what was the key element of this year? What was the highlight, the first highlight? Because I know that you are prepared, right? You have a list of highlights, and the number of them is not a coincidence, right?
No. So
can you tell us more about it?
Yeah. So basically, we have found 8 things. So our top 8, because V8 is around the corner, so that makes sense. And our first topic on the list is actually training, which is something I'm part of. Because previously we only had on-site training, which works fine. On-site training is really fun. But that also requires people from, I don't know, Australia or New Zealand to actually fly in to, let's say, Copenhagen or Aarhus, and then participate in training there. But that could be quite expensive, especially if it's just for one day and it's a small company. So we're starting doing online trainings, which means that at the moment, I think application integration is the only one not online and searching. But in these online courses, you can participate from where we are. So you basically just, you get a project you can clone down, and then we work on Zoom, and then we can follow along that way. So now everyone can actually participate in training for, like a third of the cost of what it would be for an on-site training. And speaking of training, we have, sorry?
I was just saying that's awesome to see that the training offering not only has grown this year, because I think there's a couple new courses added, 3 new courses now, and also the fact that you're making it more accessible for people all over the world is really cool. And I think 2019 is going to be a big year for different courses. And
yeah, we have some more courses coming up. And also, speaking of training, we have actually started something new, because there's a thing here in Denmark called Coding Pirates, and Coding Pirates is like a place where people can volunteer to actually teach kids about programming and computers. So we have a new division here at the HQ where we every Wednesday from 5 to 7 teach a bunch of kids. I think at the most we are 10 or 11, and then we just teach them, basic programming. And in the next we're going to use look at Raspberry Pis and microbits and all that, so we can actually give the kids an introduction into IT and all the amazing stuff you can do with it.
So cool.
It's definitely something what brought my interest, because I'm really involved in programming and teaching children how to program here in Poland, and that's an amazing idea. And I'm still looking forward to meet the founders and people who are behind the Coding Pirates as well. And of course I'm eager to help with sharing materials from our school as well, because that's a great mission to teach those children how to code and yeah, also including Umbraco, because we are also teaching people how to do stuff in Umbraco.
We've seen many times this year HQ inviting like local school kids and people interested in IT sector into the HQ, and kind of giving them a tour, talking about what they do, and not only the Coding Pirates thing, which is really great to see.
But do you think teaching as a topic, we can also mention the idea of chats happening on Twitter about spreading the knowledge about, for example, content apps for other developers, because I've seen Lee Kelleher sharing the idea of sharing knowledge, and helping other people to complete a challenge, because the challenge was announced lately, right? Callum, do you want to mention about it?
Yeah, so was this announced yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, a couple days back. Yeah, I will share my screen and show what's the challenge is. But basically, the idea is to you can win a Code Garden VIP tickets with accommodation in as it was said, the comfiest bed in town, and the rules are pretty simple, because you can submit the content app to the almost to the end of January, and it's that, and community people are willing to help everyone who wants to participate to just create amazing content apps. And I love this idea, because of course competitions are always fun and great motivation to do something, and also it can involve people who are not usually doing things for Umbraco to find an idea and find a niche to build something really unique and get this ticket, which is really worth of a lot of money and a time.
We've also seen the past few months people getting really behind this content apps feature for V8 and experimenting and building some cool stuff. So, I mean, I think this is going to create some really fantastic things. You mentioned Lee Kelleher offering up his help or kind of ideas to people. I think we'll see some really, really awesome stuff coming out of this.
Yeah, and was it Lee who shared the article about content apps on 24 days? Yes.
It was, yeah.
And guys, do you follow the 24 days series this year?
Yes. I haven't read all of them, but I definitely follow it. I think it's such a great initiative. It's really amazing. I even got to write for it this year as well. So
yeah, you were sharing on the 15th of December the story about life at HQ, right?
Yes.
And maybe let's have a quick catch up what happened during this week, because I must admit that I'm not up to date with all of the articles, but yeah, there were some great articles this week as well. Do you have any personal highlight from this week, Callum, or anyone of you from HQ? Any favorite article?
Of course, you're going to highlight the HQ ones.
Yeah, of course.
Not being biased at all. But both Sophie and Sophie and Sebastian, and also Stefan wrote a great article, one on V8, developing of that. And the other one is actually a great video. It's not an article,
yes, that's true.
A video talking about the works of both the documentation team and the PR team.
Yeah, these two have been probably one of my favorites over the past week. And you mentioned about the docs and the PR team, and that's another thing that's been like this year. This is a huge development and change for the HQ and the community. So it's a really nice way to kind of not summarize what they've been doing, but talk about what they're doing, what they plan to do in 2019 and moving forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and this video was really awesome. This one is which I remembered, and cool. So what else happened during this week? You had a Christmas party in the HQ, and did you had any summary of this year already, or is it still happening? Those highlights are coming from kind of, I don't know, company summary or?
Yes, we did talk about actually at the Christmas. The company day, we did actually everyone go around to say one thing that we really remember and think was great about 2018. So the list we've created today is definitely also inspired by some of the things that was said last Friday when we did it.
Maybe we can open another door on that.
Yes, let's do that. So number 2 is actually to do with this.
Ooh.
Because in 2018 we actually had a new Umbraco TV crew, which also meant we started creating videos. We already have videos on Umbraco TV, but we created more videos, and one of the big things were that we actually got a YouTube channel, and you can actually go and get free tutorials on how to use cloud on YouTube now, and we keep adding new ones every week. So that's really big and great for us, and a great way to sort of give support as well to people, so we can send them to how to do things step-by-step videos. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
we've been talking about it last week, right? About subscribers for both channels, because obviously we are not competing. That needs to be said. But if you are not following Umbraco HQ channel, do you plan to release more tutorials like that, or will it be always oriented on cloud, or you are planning to do more about it?
On YouTube, it's all about cloud at the moment. I know they'll also be working on some new stuff for the actual TV page. I don't know if that's in the new year. I suppose it is. But we do also have the both the YouTube channel and the Umbraco TV page, which will be continues to upgrade with new videos, because we have this team now that are doing.
That's great. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting content, especially for the Umbraco Cloud usage. But there are some also testimonials in which I've spotted even myself.
Yes,
recorded from the Code Garden. That's great. And we lost Callum. That's Santa went to work.
Oh, there he is.
They had a funny 5 minutes.
Yeah, so as we were on the topic of highlights, and I've spotted myself recorded at the Code Garden, maybe let's talk for a while about Code Garden, because it was also one of the highlights from this year, right?
It was epic.
And Morten, it was your first Code Garden, right?
Yes, it was my first Code Garden. So I wasn't sure what to expect back in May, because I heard a lot of funny stuff about cars being flipped and all that. But yeah, it was great, and there were, I don't know how many people we were, like 600 something, and it was crazy to see so many people with a common interest, going nuts about this community. So it was great. Some good talks, and it was cool to get out and actually meet the people, because at that time I worked in support. So I talked to a lot, of customers throughout the day, but I didn't really, get to talk to them physically, but I could do that at Code Garden, so that was really cool.
For me, it was one of my personal highlights of the year, I think. for many reasons. But I put in our list of links just some really cool pictures. I think specifically umbraCoffee at Code Garden went down so well. It was super fun. Of course,
we were awarded with the MVP this year. That was an amazing highlight and topic. And umbraCoffees and our talk, that was definitely something unusual. And this scenery is just amazing. So yeah,
umbraCoffee at Code Garden was great. I really hope we can make it happen next year. Oh, I love this picture with Matt.
Yeah, we should probably change the background on our channel to this picture.
I think so. It's, in fact, I think if you go on Mads' Twitter, I think his wallpaper is that picture.
we can say it meanwhile, but yeah, that was a great event. And of course, every time when I'm asked about the Code Garden, I'm just saying that it's definitely just worth to be there to see what's happening, because it's really hard to describe with words. And yeah, you should definitely see that. And we've seen some announcements of speakers already for the Code Garden 2019. The call for proposal is still happening, so people can submit some talk ideas, and people who would like to see at Code Garden, which is yet another amazing idea. And I spoke with Ilham about it. There are still some spots left for ideas on that, so feel free to also suggest some people, not only topics, if you don't want to perform, maybe. Right?
I believe, Vera, we have a section on the another door to open in the calendar that's related to Code Garden, because you mentioned a few of the extra things that happened that maybe we've not spoken about.
The few extra things.
There was a song, and there was
yeah. Yeah, that was definitely all the stuff you said about Code Garden is of course part of it, but it was so much fun, of course, doing the bingo, actually Morten was part of the dance crew on the stage. I don't know if you remember, there was this amazing dance.
This is from where this shark is coming from.
Which George, the guy from support, actually he did the choreography for it. It was amazing. And then we had this song called "Coded in the Cloud."
Yeah.
This #1 hit.
When can I get it on my Spotify?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get it as a song, because I was part of the team who actually wrote the song. So it's I really want it down as well, so we have it and can share it.
It'd be very cool.
Yeah.
It will get a lot of listens. I'm more than sure, because it was really, really great. So what else do you have on your list then? Because it's still a lot of things, right?
Yeah. So we can take another point. So one other thing we have is about umbraco.com. A lot of stuff has happened recently because I actually moved from support and then to be a web developer here at the HQ. So I work on the .com side, and I'm also going to work on the TV side, and some stuff on our at some point. And until recently, there wasn't that much activity on .com, but this year we have launched, the entire case study section where people can go in and come in and show, all the amazing solutions they have done with Umbraco. But we're also going to launch Umbraco app soon. And in this app section, you can go and actually display a product that you have created. So let's say if you create some kind of social network that just is amazing, then you can come in and actually get an entire page on our website to showcase your product. So that's two of the big sections that we have worked on this year.
Yeah, this section is really useful, and I've already heard that a lot of people is using this section for just finding some information about possibilities of Umbraco, and there's a lot of references for developers, and not only what exactly can be done with Umbraco at all. That it's not only and not always about simple sites, but there are some also really complex solutions which are doing a lot of magic behind the scenes and using Umbraco to be managed in a really efficient way. And there was also a lot of references on umbraco.com to community people, and not only, because the great series of view profiles, for example, which we also have on our list this year, I think that it's a great idea, and constantly it was announced from February to the end of the year. People who are doing an amazing job for the community and sharing a lot of useful materials, and not only doing a lot of interesting things. So if you want to see, also we were awarded with the highlight on May, and other amazing people from the community, feel free to visit the profiles on umbraco.com, right?
Yeah.
What else do we had on our list, Callum? Do you remember something?
Maybe we could talk about some of the other stuff that I found for week. So we had a couple of blog posts.
Yeah.
One, Marcin, I think you found it from Dennis Adolfi on unit testing.
Yes, I really liked it, and big high five for Dennis for writing it, because it's something for, I think, every developer who wants to start working with Umbraco and has some kind of reference to the best practice of setting it up. And Dennis really covered the topic fully. So how you can set up the models builder, for example, Umbraco mappers, and do some kind of basic root hijacking and tests to make the solution and shelf ready for future development. So that's a really great write-up of the Umbraco setup, with everything what's required.
Very in-depth. Another really interesting thing I found was a blog called The Musings of an Umbraco Novice.
Yes.
This actually really, I didn't read it fully. Unfortunately, I didn't get too much time, but some of the things that I think were most noteworthy is this. So what's so great about Umbraco? And it says, well, it's free, it's open source, but it's really good. Unlike something like WordPress that's also open source. It's got a community backing it to make it this pretty cool product. And then the super interesting thing I noticed was they said that it's a cloud-based CMS. Now that's a huge shift from kind of where Umbraco's traditionally been, that now someone is coming to it, seeing it as this not only open source, but also a cloud-based offering. And it just backs up what the great work that HQ have been doing around cloud. I know that there's big plans in 2019 for some additional stuff coming. We've seen preview of headless. And I believe, Vera, there's going to be more on that in the next year, alongside V8 and a load of other stuff on cloud.
I think Morten is taking the cloud point.
But yeah, we have seen a lot of interesting stuff on cloud this year, as you said, headless, but also in regarding to Latch, so people can actually get free certificates on cloud. But yeah, we are definitely going to see more on headless next year, and I also think that there will be some more information out pretty soon. I've heard some rumors about some upcoming stuff. So yeah.
Awesome. You mentioned Latch. That was probably one of my highlights from Code Garden in the keynote on the first day when Neil said, "Oh, we're launching this. It's Let's Encrypt certificates. Oh, and by the way, we've become a backer of them." That was really cool, just to see HQ backing something that we've already been using in the community for quite a long time, but baking it so seamlessly into an already great product.
Yeah.
What else have we got? You mentioned news and kind of what's coming up in 2019. Well, I saw that Mike this morning tweeted a link to there's a January the 10th, I think. There's a what are we calling it? Umbraco's New Year's reception.
Exactly.
Partners.
Oh yeah, yeah. I will share the content of it. I didn't see it on my mailbox. Maybe I just missed it.
Well, I can tell you that you'll see it on the 2nd of January.
So did we spoil something?
No. Actually, Anders and Mike asked if they could share the link already because they're super excited about it. And if people are ready to sign up, why not just sign up today? So I said to them, just share it. It's fine.
It promises breaking news.
It is breaking news and sneak peeks of what will come in 2019, and it's from Niels, the chief unicorn, and by Anders. So it's definitely worth signing up for. Yeah.
That's great. We will definitely sign up, because we are looking forward for any announcements from this meeting, and not only, and that's great that it will be a live stream. We are really enjoying live streams, as you can see. And there will be definitely more video content like that in the new year. And
I want to ask about videos, because one of my highlights from the Umbraco HQ YouTube channel was the unicorn.
Yes.
What's happened?
Yeah, good question. So it started out being quite regularly. I think he did quite well, Niels. And then there was a break. But I'm quite sure it's not the plan that it stopped. It's just on a little break, and maybe we'll see some very soon again without saying too much. But
you mentioned in your advent calendar thing that HQ is growing quite significantly. 15, 16 new people?
Yeah, definitely. And that's actually one of my points as well. At the moment, we it's so crazy that in 1 year we've had 16 new people join the HQ. We actually last week at the company party, Niels did a sum up of the whole year, and he asked everyone that's been hired in the last 12 months to stand up. And you just look around of all these people standing up, and you can't believe that they've only been here for a year, because everyone fits in so well, and things have been going so great.
Yeah, but it's more material for the unicorner as well. Get some of the
new
I was looking for this picture, right?
Yes,
that's the one which we've linked. Of course, that's amazing to see the growth of the company. We were mentioning every time we were even trying to catch up with people who joined the team and invite them to umbraCoffees as often as we can. But it was so fast that it's not even possible to follow them. That's amazing to see, and definitely and hopefully it's also a plan for the next year to grow and to become even more more dedicated to different departments. And with this change, it's obviously seen from the outside that people are focused on different things, and it was an amazing for us, for any other probably community members, to just work with Umbraco HQ, because we were just I don't know, directed to the right doors, and the topics were really, really amazingly handled. And it's also about support, because people were and still are always mentioning that the support is amazing from Umbraco HQ side. That's something what's definitely highlighted from this year, in my opinion.
Nice.
I agree.
Okay, and maybe as a slight switch to another topic which was highlighted during this week. I've seen a magic done by our carol singing Matt Brailsford, multi-awarded Yorkshire developer. It was about TCommerce. We've been mentioning TCommerce 1 week ago or 2 weeks ago.
I think it was 2 weeks ago when Matt and Outfield Digital, Matt and Lucy, took over TCommerce from T Solutions, and Matt's been sharing some, I think it's just wireframes or designs right now, but ideas of where he can take TCommerce and how he can integrate it into V7 and V8.
Yeah. And we've been just chatting loudly then how the changes will be performed, where it will all go, and we can see it right now. Matt was doing a really amazing design work for changing the looks and feels of the back office in the TCommerce, and I personally like those changes because it's really clear, and there is a lot of discussion happening. Niels also helped Matt to put their thoughts about utilizing some data. There were some community feedback attached as well, and that's really great to see that the work is happening. And as we've seen, we thought there will be a lot of love pushed on the product itself, and of course it will result in the more usable, even more awesome product at the end for anyone who will be doing e-commerce with Umbraco. And then that's something what I was even considering lately to start a ebook selling shop on Umbraco, and TCommerce is on my list to play with right now. So yeah, keep up the good work, Matt. And yes, you are the designer, because Matt was asking if he is a designer, and in my opinion he is, because I can't create designs like that. It won't definitely look like that if I will be doing some kind of UX experiments. Okay, and any other highlights, people?
I think one has been already mentioned a bit, but we're getting close to the end. But number 7 on our list is about the community, all the stuff that's been going on. We've already talked a bit about, the PR team and also the docs team. It's really cool to see these teams and the work they do. They are doing record-breaking stuff. They are, of course, the people behind the amazing hackathon that we had, and all the swag and everything like that. And like you said, you also mentioned the U profiles. That's something we're super proud of bringing back. And like you said, go in and have a read today on the blog of all the amazing U profiles throughout 2018. We will, of course, continue in 2019. So if you know anyone who should be a U profile, then please let us know. And also, when it comes to community, we have also moved GitHub issues, which means that it's you now have a better overview, and it's now a better way to contribute to the CMS. So that's also a really big point from 2018.
And through that, we've seen a massive jump in contribution as well. I think Hacktoberfest was huge.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And the PR team and the docs team chronicles, or whatever we're calling them, I really enjoy those posts because it does show tremendous progress with all the work that all 10 of them, I think, are doing.
Yeah.
Maybe you can correct me on that.
Yeah, and in this video on 24 days, everyone was mentioning that they are looking forward to the point when there won't be any issues on the opened or pull requests opened. So yeah, this is if we will be wishing something for the teams, that's exactly it. So close all of those PRs.
I can say from running several hackathons this year, it's becoming more difficult to find simple things to fix because it's getting so polished.
Yeah, and for every community member, any developers and people who want to contribute, let's not make their life easier and contribute as much as we can and pull those pull requests on them to make this product and journey better for all of us, because it's always just to improve the whole process and the whole product. Yeah, that's a really great highlights. Did we cover 8 of them already?
No, we left the best until last, of course. So, as you may have guessed, number 8 is of course Umbraco V8. It's something that is very close to being launched. I can't tell you a date yet, but it's and in that you will also we already have published some information about V8. Actually, you can go and see on our blog. Jakob, our CTO, has written a great blog post about what V8 is about, and especially diving into the topic of infinite editing, which will be a new feature in Umbraco 8. I can also reveal that we have a blog post coming up written by our core team developer, Klaus, which will be more answering the questions that developers might have at the moment, like what it will mean to migrate your site and so forth. So you can look forward to that. Then, of course, we'll also have blog posts and more information about variants in V8, and of course also content apps. And of course, speaking of content app, I would of course refer back to the competition that you also mentioned. It's a great holiday activity, perhaps.
When you want to get away from your family.
Yeah, exactly.
Never-ending Hacktoberfest.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the price is pretty cool. A free ticket to Code Garden and a luxury stay while you're here. So a lot of exciting things happening.
Yeah, awesome. And if we can say about V8, I really like the coverage of it will be ready whenever it's ready, and from my perspective, that's a great attitude and great announcement, because no one was pushed to just release anything, right? And we've seen as a hackathon organizers and the participants that it's getting better and better every even month, week. That's amazing to follow, and of course it's all open source, so you can follow it as well on GitHub and see what's there and build the latest possible version on your machine and create a content app for the competition and learn about V8 and learn about everything else and ask community for help. And that can make your work and life better. That's my opinion. At the end of my list of links opened, just to release my Chrome from eating my RAM, I want to mention 2 releases for V7, which we've spotted during this week. Intra, I haven't seen this product before, to be honest.
I haven't used it yet, but I saw it when they first launched it. It's an intranet solution for Umbraco. Yeah,
that's something what's really looking awesome. And I've spotted that the new release was performed during this week, so that's my probably plan for Christmas break to just test those new releases, new products. And also I've seen the informative label package, which is adding the label with text, which can be used as a separator, for example, for different sections. And we've seen some other implementations of this type of package, but this is really customizable a lot. So yeah, if someone is looking for the package like that, feel free to grab it. And at the end, last link on my list is a question from Nathan about end-to-end testing for Umbraco. And I wanted to use the umbraCoffee opportunity to help Nathan. So if anyone was doing something with end-to-end testing, some Selenium tests or anything else for Umbraco back office particularly, let Nathan know about it and maybe share it with us, because everyone is curious about the best approach for that. And Pete Duncanson already said that it's almost impossible, and we know that they've done it for benchmark solutions. So hopefully there will be a community effort to combine this knowledge and make the maybe documentation or blog posts or anything else what can help everyone to deal with tests for Umbraco back office. Yeah. And that's all my links. I have my RAM back. Do you want to add something? Do you want to add something else at the end? I won't be using those.
I don't have anything. I think this is our last episode of the year because we've got our Christmas break or whatever. So we'll be back in January. I think it's a good time to just say a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. And we've got some new ideas that we want to try in early January. So we look forward to that and see you in January, obviously.
Yeah. And do you want to add, Vera, Morten, anything else?
I think we just want to say Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and thank you for 2018. It's been great. It's
been really great.
Hopefully,
thank you. And we're all looking forward for the amazing 2019.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So thank you for being with us today. And yeah, thank you for all of you watching. Thank you, Matt, for amazing carols sung on the live chat. And yeah, see you all on the next umbraCoffee. Cheers.
Yeah.